All right, we are live. As always, for those who are watching the recording, skip 5 minutes ahead, or maybe it's this way for you. We're going to hang out for a few minutes before we start. All right. For those who aren't here, let me know if you can hear me. Give me a little yes in the chat. Looks like the delay is getting better on YouTube. What the heck? That's a weird looking watch list. For those who can hear me, that just came in, give me a yes in the chat. And if you can see me and hear me. And we'll start in 3 minutes. Sweet. Hey, Tony. Ah, Witchblade, welcome. It's been many moons. Any wins this week, which we'll go over again in a few minutes, but I want to hear some now. Any breakthroughs? Any aha moments? Put it in the chat. Man, it would be really cool if YouTube adds like a voice feature for the watchers. Like bring people on stage like Discord does. That'll be fun. Yep, Mr. NQ. Good job though. You took the setups as we discussed and it worked well. That's all you can do. I'll give it another minute and then we'll start. That's such a weird scanner that person has. All right, let's see what we got. Give me a sec, guys. Yeah, still got a minute before we start. All right, it's finally time. Welcome, everybody, to the trade recap session, September 13, 2024. As always, my name is Advent. That name has not changed, and I'm not a financial advisor. Anything we go over in today's class or any of my content is not financial advice. Do your research before you engage in trading because it is risky, and you can lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. So study up and paper trade. That's not advice. That's what I would do. All right, so switching up the format in the way we do these every week, I want to kind of incorporate my my coaching format into this. So the way we're going to start this is, well, I have my list here, but I'm not going to share it with you guys. But the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to celebrate some wins. So for those who got here a little earlier, and for those who are here now, for the first 5 minutes, we'll just celebrate wins, great things that happened to you guys this week. Whether you did something good this week that you didn't do last week, really whatever it was, anything is welcome. Please put it in the chat so we can celebrate you. I don't care if you made $1 profit and you ended green $1. That's a win in my book. So whatever wins you got this week, whatever you learned, whatever breakthroughs you made in your trading journey, please put it in the chat so we can celebrate you. As I wait for that, thank you guys. We have finally broken 2,000 subscribers to the channel. We have, how many do we have? We have 2,008 subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. As I always say, every comment, every like, every subscription, every view is extremely appreciated. And I would not be here without you guys. So thank you for allowing me to share my experiences to help you guys. You know, I love this stuff. I love teaching. So this works for everybody. As always, you know, all I ask for these free classes that I have is just hit the little thumbs up or like button. That way it can be out there and, you know, more people, the algorithm can be like, oh, cool, people like this. Let's share it and show more people. So more people can come in and learn with us and grow together and make money. Also, as a thank you for you guys for cracking 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to give you guys one of two things that you can choose from. This was a Saturday, I think tomorrow. Tomorrow with my group, I'm doing a class on rules, you know, creating the rules, why we need to create rules. And whoever attends, I'm going to be going over their rules with them to refine them. So as a thank you to, you know, the subscribers to the channel X, Y, and Z, there's two things you guys can choose from as a gift from me to you guys as a thank you. I can either release that class on YouTube, which I plan on leaving it private in my group, or I will live trade on Tuesday. You can choose one of the two. Either if you want me to release the rule video that I'm going to be making with my group tomorrow, or if you want me to live trade on Tuesday. Those are the options. All right. I'll give it the next 6 minutes and then I will take the final vote. You guys always want me to live trade, which I hate live trading. Well, let me not say that I hate live trading. I won't say that. I enjoy live trading just in very small pockets because I get distracted a lot when people are asking me questions instead of focusing on what I'm looking at. But again, thank you guys. I'll take the final tally in 6 minutes. So far, live trading is definitely winning. So we'll come back to that in 6 minutes. In the meantime, let's go over some trades. Let me bring up my charts. You guys can see my screen? For those who know Louis V and Isaiah, they're in my groups. So they're like, I don't care about the video because I'm going to get it anyway. You should live trade. Oh, man. Funny stuff. All right. So my head is covering the NVIDIA chart. So I'll make sure to show on the other ones that we have over here. So let's go over some trades today. Pretty accurate. So we're mainly going to be looking at the 5 and the 15-minute time frame for YM, which is what I traded YM and I traded RTY today, which I'll go over next. And then I'll go over my options trade. Also, Isaiah and Kev or Louis V that you guys can see in the chat here. I got to give you guys an update on taking the initial entries for futures, which we'll talk offline. So today, pretty easy trend day with a bunch of TTOs that printed. So the first trade, let me actually bring up RTY here because that was the first one that I took. So pretty easy day today with TTO setups. For those who don't know what TTO setups, please go to my channel. Yeah, it definitely was. Please go to my channel, go to the strat playlist and go to the TTO section. That'll fully explain the TTO setup or model. So first trade I took today on RTY, we had one TTO here, which I did not get into because I don't like the way that one looks. I took this one right here, this 312 up, targeting high of day, which it hit, took my money, and I was done there. Second trade I took on RTY, for those who know of this setup, I took the kid and play setup, which we have right here. Actually, we can see it better on TradingView because Thinkorswim is weird sometimes. Let's go on the 5 minute. So I took a little kid and play setup on the 5 minute. I usually don't take it on the 5 minute. I usually take them on the 15 minute or higher, but it was good for me. I went in short right there. My stop loss was there. My targets were these previous lows right here. So I took profit on this first candle, once hit my target, and then the remainder of my position, I moved my stop loss from up here to break even. It came back up and stopped me out. It is what it is. Still happy about that. And then it pretty much turned into another TTO to the upside, which I didn't take because I was too busy with that short. And I haven't mastered being able to like go back and forth between like long and short really quickly. But I am working on that. So those are the only two trades that I took on RTY. And for YM, like I mentioned, let me go back to that now that we finished with RTY. I hate when this thing freezes. Oh, for the first trade that I took, it looks something like this. So that was the first trade that I took, like this. And then I left some runners, which I got out on this candle right here when the auto trail took me out. So first trade was nice. Kid and play, little quick move there was nice. And then for YM, so for YM, the TTO that I took was this second one on the 5 minute right here. Of course, aiming for high of day, which we have right there. For this trade, I used micros because the stop loss was 71 points. For me personally, that's too wide of a stop loss. So I use micro contracts. So my first target was the completed TTO, which is right up here. And then for my second contract, the auto trail took me out at about, I think it was like 60, 70 points. I usually aim for 100 points as my max target. However, the fluctuations as it went up stopped me out with auto trail. Still, I'm happy with the profits. Can't complain. I would have liked the 100 points, which it did hit, but again, it is what it is. The auto trail got me out. I'm still happy with those profits. A really nice one that I did not take because I was distracted. We have a double inside on the 15-minute right here. Double inside bar. Broke to the upside. This one I did not take. I'm just showing you guys. Stop loss would have been under this candle. Of course, we're aiming for the TTO to complete, which is the high of day. First target in this case, I would probably use this body because I'm not letting 50 points go red, personally. And the second target would have been 69 points, and so on and so forth until it continue higher. So, as Louis said, TTO Central today. If you know the TTO model, easy money. All you have to do is wait, and it gave a lot. We had one. This one I don't like, but I'll accept it. Then we had this one. Then we had this 3. And then on the 15-minute, we had the one that I just showed you guys over here. So that's 4 that printed on YM. Technically, you can consider this one, but this one failed. It didn't break the high of day, which is actually a little bit annoying because I was looking to short this, but I already shut my charts off because I don't trade the afternoon. I only take the W model in the afternoon. Yeah, it definitely gave a lot today on those TTOs. So if you're struggling with trading trend days, the TTO setup is really good. It'll help you get in on the best possible moments when it comes to getting in with the trend. So you're not, one, going against the trend, because I was looking at some people who, not in my group, but in other people's group that I support, they're like, I'm in puts. I'm like, nothing about the chart is saying buy puts anywhere. So if you're buying puts, you're going against the trend, and that's not good. For those who don't know what the TTO model is, there is the video that I just posted in the chat, and it's in the Strat playlist channel in the group, or in the YouTube channel. So you go to my YouTube channel, go to playlists, go to the Strat, it's in there. And it's also in the playbook setups as well, playlist. So keep that in mind. That's the one I got stopped out on, but I trailed it up to 50 points. The 15-minute one, Isaiah, that's the one you got stopped out on? Gotcha. Yeah, this specific one, when I was looking at it play out, it triggered bullish, and then they immediately sold it down like 30, 40 points, and then they brought it back up and continued higher. So if you got stopped out on that quick little flush, I saw that happen. I'm like, oof, that's rough. So generally, I have my stop loss under the bottom right of the bullish TTO. You're watching a bounce on 41683. Target 683. Wait, 41683 or 41483? We're 200 points short for today's movement. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, I was hanging out here for a bit. No, you're good. Also, I forgot that the 6 minutes passed. It looks like everybody wants me to live trade, so I'll set that up before we finish up today's class, and I'll put it into my schedule. Let's see. For those who are in my group, we're going to go over the rule class tomorrow, so be sure to attend. If not, it'll be recorded for you guys. You trailed it up to the last 5-minute low candle. So if you got in here to 50 points, so this candle stopped you out? Or did it kind of just, push up and then it came back and stop you out? That 5-minute 3 candle? This one over here? At the end of the day? It's the only 3 candle that I see. And that one? $1 p.m. Eastern. Unless Thinkorswim is showing a 3 candle on the 5-minute. I'm not seeing any. Oh, yeah, there is a 3 candle. Gotcha. Yeah, the 3 candles at 12:50 Eastern. Then there was another one at 120, around the price that you're talking about. Yeah, so there's a 3 candle here at 12:50 Eastern and 120 Eastern. Yeah, so probably this one that wicked you down and then just kept on going up, and this one too, actually. Yeah, about 130. Yeah, this one came down, a little quick wick down, and then it kept on going up. And we have a beautiful broadening formation reversal right here. Sometimes, as I always say, I'm human. I still get emotional and annoyed about the market sometimes. I'm not perfect. I'm like you guys. Sometimes when I see things like this, like really, really clean moves, like this broadening formation reversal, I'm like, man, if only I traded the afternoon. But must follow the trading plan. I'm not here to get every single move. I'm only here to give what the market gives me and go about my business. So it is what it is. This was a nice reversal, though, I'll tell you that. And he gave a doji on the 15-minute off the reversal. Man, whoever got that, I salute you. All right, let's go into options now. Let's bring this up. So I traded Tesla and NVIDIA today. So the initial entry on NVIDIA, Tesla, based off the watch list, it opened up as an inside bar. We triggered short. So let's go to the 15-minute. And let's bring up this list real quick so we can get the targets that I had. I think the long side had 2 targets before I cut it. All right, so Tesla, we have short below 227.35. And then the first target is $1 away. And then the long side is 230.78, which is right here. Then the first target, 232.61. 232.61. Yep. So I don't know what that line is. So this is long above. This is puts below. Oh, whoops, that's not put below. That is target 2. This is short below, short TP1. This will be long TP1, or long TP2 rather. Sweet. So with Tesla here, I took the short to the downside. This thing hit the first target in like 30 seconds. When I took my first contract and I went to move my stop loss to break even, that thing shot up and I actually took like a 2% loss on the runner, on the remaining contracts, because that thing shot up so fast. I didn't even have time to move my stop loss up. So technically won and lost the short side. Granted, I think I got like a 15, 20% on the short side on the flush down, and then a 2% loss when I put my runners, but it is what it is. Still came up green. And then we shot back up. I took the long above 230.78, took it off at the first target, got 33, 34% on the first target, and then got about 70, 75% on the second target when that hit. And then I had my stop loss for the remaining of the contracts at the first target right over here. So once we came back and hit the first target, I got out at about 30% profit for the remaining contracts. And that's pretty much it. Really nice day for options. NVIDIA, I did lose. Let's see, NVIDIA 119.02 was the short below level. Today is Friday. There we go. So this is the short below level, and the thing was a mess. So I took the short. I took the short below. It came down. It was about 20 cents away from my first target. Came back up and reversed and stopped me out. And then it came back down and hit my target. It is what it is. I personally don't like to re-enter. Some people will ask me this question sometimes. Hey, do you re-enter if it comes back to the entry? You can. I personally don't like to. If I take the L, it is what it is. I move on and wait for the next setup. Speaking of, we have a potential TTO on NVIDIA's 4-hour chart for Monday. Huh. We'll see what happens. Off a hammer too, and an inside bar. Very nice. So that's pretty much all I took today. What trades did you guys take? And if you do want me, for those who may be new here, or for those who aren't new here, whatever trades you want me to take a look at, please provide me this information in the chat. If you don't give me this information, I'm not going to review your trade. So give me that information in the chat and I will take a look at the trade for you. And as always, whether you made a mistake or not, That is not the point of this class that we hold. This is so we can share trades, we can learn from what mistakes we made, and we can improve for next week. There's no judgment at all. I've made mistakes. Actually, let me show you guys something. Let me see if I can find it wherever I posted it. So as you can see, well, actually, let me bring this back. As you can see here on the trading view, the reason why I ask you guys for all these details is because I want you to hold yourself accountable and understanding what works and what didn't work for your trade. I'll take it a step further. I use TraderSync when I'm journaling on my trades, and you can configure the system to like add your setups, and you can name your setups whatever you want. I've added a setup called Not Your Setup, which I apply to my trades when I make a mistake or if it's not exactly my setup. So I can keep track of all the money that I lose by not following my setups and making mistakes that can be easily avoided. There we go. I found it. So far this month, I've lost $624 by not following my exact setup as it's outlined and making mistakes that were easily avoidable. Remember, we don't work at a firm. We trade by ourselves unless you have like a mentor that's holding you accountable. And everybody, all my students know, I'm gonna call you out if you make a silly mistake. So we stop doing that. But being retail traders and not working at a firm, we need to be our own risk manager, our own pep talk person, I guess, if that's even the word. I guess our own mentor, whatever you want, our own accountability partner, X, Y, and Z. Because if you work at a firm and you don't respect your stop loss or you don't follow the rules, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to fire you, or they're going to make you paper trade for the rest of the month. And if you work at a firm, if you paper trade, you don't make money. You make money when you make them money. So you got to hold yourself accountable and notice when you make your mistakes so you can correct them. Going back to these trades. Let's see. MES. Is that the 4-hour time frame? Man, I really wish I can hide this little like emoji thing because I can't see some of the things that you guys mentioned sometimes. All right, let's see. So on the 15-minute. So it was 11:15 Eastern. Oh, so you pretty much took the TTO. Beautiful work. Let's see. So you got in at 563,250. 563,250, which is here. Your target was 563,675. Pretty much the high of the TTO. And then your stop loss. What was your stop loss? Was it under the 2 or the 1, or was it somewhere else? Under the 2. So your stop loss was here. Hey, fantastic trade. As always, I'm glad that you're able to spot the TTOs now, because this is pretty much a really nice one. Off the double inside bar, which I prefer. The more inside bars we get consecutively, the higher the probability the move is going to be when it goes in that direction. So great job on that trade. How did you feel during the trade when you were in it? Were you nervous? Were you like neutral? Sweet. Yeah. Great job on that trade. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. You did everything right. You got chopped on platinum. Oh, yeah, platinum was just a mess today. We have only, it looks like it only completed the TTO on the 15-minute off the little doji to the upside. And after that, just chop all day. Yeah, it looks like platinum doesn't move as clean as the other ones, at least during the New York session, because we can see a pattern here where you'll get the New York session and it's kind of just sideways all day. You get like an initial pop or initial drop, and then it's just sideways movement all day. Sideways movement, we get a drop. Sideways movement, we get kind of a move up, but then still sideways. It looks like for platinum, most of the move might come like after hours or like London or Asia session. New York session just looks like just sideways movement. Yeah, the initial open and a few, like the first 30 minutes to the hour. Other than that, it's kind of just sideways from what I see here. Nothing too amazing, really. I was up 800, but never took profit, and my break-even target was hit. You were up 800 and you didn't take profit. Why? So you took the TTO on the 5-minute 407. Oh, pretty much this one right here. Probably got hit with some slippage on the way up. Let's see. 539. Where was your stop loss for this trade? So, several mistakes here. Number one, you're focusing on the money, which we never do. Let me ask you a question. Is passing your evaluation part of your trading plan? So, if passing an evaluation is not part of a trading plan, it should not be considered at all. When we start to think of other things that are not in line with the trading plan, that's a red flag. That's a indication that we need to take a step back and understand, all right, what's going on? Something's happening right now that I need to focus on to fix. Because if I don't fix this, what happens is situations like what happened to you. You were up $800, focusing so much on passing the account that you let $800 go away from you. Remember, when we're trading these evaluation accounts or just trading in general, it'll desensitize us to money, which can be dangerous. If somebody gave me $800 in 10 minutes by pressing a button, you best believe I'm going to take that. And you better believe as well that I'm not going to let it go back to break even. In this case, for this trade, the first target of the TTO is the completion up here, 58 points. So once it hit that, then I would, sure, I'll move it to break even, but I'll also trim some profit. And if I were to hold this, I would have completely gotten out once this candle right here reversed on me. So my runner would have at least had 56 points. Even then, if you were using one contract, well, that doesn't make sense. If you're using one contract of YM, you couldn't have been up $800. Unless you're talking about in general for the day. Because at the peak from your entry, which was 407, it was only up $97, which is about $485. So you might have had two contracts in there if you were up $800. So in this case, even if you had one contract and the price reversed, you would have still secured at least $200. I would never let $200 go red. For my ATM setting, for my initial triggers, my first target is 50 points. But once it hits 40 points, my auto break even is going to kick in and it's going to move my stop up to plus 25 points. I'm not giving more than half of that back. So remember, feedback for you, definitely great job on getting into the trade. That's the TTO. Fantastic work on spotting it. You got in. Yeah, you probably got some slippage if it broke above too fast, which usually happens. So what I would give you a failing grade on is getting distracted by the evaluation and not focusing on the plan. So remember, passing the account, getting a payout, all of that is irrelevant to the trading plan. Because if you have a real account, your own account, there is no passing, there is no evaluation. There's just the setup. If it was a real account, would you have let $400 go red or $400 go back to break even? Yeah, that's another thing to mention. Like I always tell you guys, it doesn't matter if it's a paper trading account. It doesn't matter if it's a live account. It doesn't matter if it's an evaluation account or funded account. We need to follow the same rules no matter what. Because if you start building bad habits, you're going to bring them and cross contaminate your other accounts. So people who would like to leverage really highly on prop accounts, they'll go to the live account and do the same thing and blow up. And with the prop account, you might lose $50 if you blow the account. But your real account, especially for futures, that's going to hurt. So add it to your rule or your trading plan and put it on your rule list or your notepad somewhere that you can physically see when you're trading, to be mindful and make notes of that. Oh, I'm holding this because I want to pass the account. That's a red flag. I got to take a step back. I got to go for a walk. I got to do something to calm down and come back to center, because that's going to impede your growth. So always keep that in mind. It's not about passing the account. It's not about getting a payout. While that is a goal, what it's about is following your rules and your plan. So that's what I'll share with you, Gandalf. Other than that, hey, that TTO is great. Good eye. I'm glad that you're spotting them really, really easily. All right, what other trades do you guys want me to look at? Again, you can give me an options trade, you can give me a futures trade, Forex, regular stock, it doesn't matter. Just give me this information that is on the screen. Put it in the chat. Also, as I wait for more trades, if anybody watching this replay or this recording or anybody who is here and you find any of this valuable information to help you or anything on the channel, I would highly appreciate it. Or if you can do me a favor and send it to somebody who may benefit. What other trades do you guys want me to go over? Put it in the chat, please. If there's no trades in the next 4 minutes, we'll wrap up and go over the wrap-up questions. Also, reminder, this Sunday, I think it's 7 p.m. Let me see. I think it's 7 p.m. What time do I have the setup at? This Sunday at 7 p.m., the next Let's Learn with Advent series or session. So whatever questions you want to ask me, 7 p.m. this Sunday on the YouTube Live. Be sure to attend if you want to get your questions asked. So we got 10 people in here. We got 2 people who shared their trades. So nobody else in here traded besides these 2 people and myself. Is tomorrow's chart and chill where you're going to go over some ideas? Yes. Yeah, the chart and chill. Oh, one thing to note about the chart and chill for those who are in my group and also in my mentors group where this originated from. So as a reminder, that isn't a place to necessarily like come and be like, I'm going to get free, you know, I'm going to get free answers and this and that. I'm going to come and ask Advent questions and I'm going to leave. The point of that is not to come and ask me questions. That's more of a community thing. I'm just sharing it with the people in my group because I'm hosting it. So this isn't a come and ask Advent question and get coached for free and then go on your business. This is more so a community thing for you guys to share ideas. I'm just there because I'm hosting it on my Zoom. This is not something that I made. I'm just hosting it. You got into another TTO 2 days ago. $6.15. Oh, it looks like you got on this one. Yeah, it looks like you got on this one somewhere around here. And then you took it up there. Sweet. Yeah, Isaiah, it's definitely great to come and talk ideas in there. It's a mix of ICT traders and strat traders, so anything is fine. And it'll be a little later, so we're gonna start at 11 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern instead of 10 a.m. So you'll get an hour of sleep extra. All right, so you got in at 6:15, somewhere around here. I'd imagine your stop loss was here. And you exited at 8:49, which was over here. Yeah, this trade is wild. Shout out to you. I didn't get in up here. I got in on the W all the way down here. And I took profit up here. And then the retrade, then I had to walk away because I was super excited about that trade. Was I upset that I missed all of this? Kind of, but not really. I got my money. Yeah, this trade though, fantastic. Super clean. Got a nice TTO there. Got a crooked TTO there. I think the 15-minute showed a better one. Yeah, the 15-minute would have been a little better. You could have taken that. Oh, well, the 15-minute gave a Momo hammer right there that you could have gotten into. And then you could have gotten this pullback and take that 3-2 up as well. Or the double inside bar. There's a lot of setups that could have been taken, but yeah, great job on that trade. That was a nice one. I probably would have been stopped out on my runner position a lot later than holding it up here, but hey, great work. Yeah, that one is a beast. 200 something points. Psst. If you let me catch 234 points with my regular size on YM, I'm not going to talk to you guys for a week. I'll be on vacation. I'm leaving. So great job on that trade. Nice risk reward too. Cool. So it looks like out of the 10 people that are in here, only 3 people traded today. So we'll wrap up. And before we wrap up, what was everybody's biggest takeaway, or what was the biggest thing that you learned today? Put it in the chat. While you guys are typing that, anybody watching any scary movies today for Friday the 13th? Yep, definitely Gandalf. Stick to the system, avoid greed and non-trading motives. What I would say is this: don't avoid greed because you can't avoid greed. We're human. I get greedy sometimes. The biggest thing here is not avoiding greed, but learning how to manage greed. That way, because greed is going to come up. I've been trading for 4 years. Greed still comes up for me. I know though that once greed comes, I gotta slide on out and go for a walk, because if I stay on the chart, I can promise you I'm gonna take another trade. Like when I got this move over here, I literally got the bottom. That's why I tell you guys why I love the W setup. You can literally catch the bottom of the day and take it all the way back to high of day. So I got in literally here. My max target was over here at 118 points. I was super happy with that move. And since I was so excited, I had to go walk away because I was going to take another trade if I stayed on the chart. And I already hit my daily goal. I did that. What was it? I got in 120. In about 30 minutes, I hit my daily goal. I got off the charts. I'm good. Granted, of course, if I stayed, I would have been really nice. But again, it is what it is. I got my money. Go home. So it's learning how to manage your emotions that I would definitely work on. But yeah, great job. Again, these sessions are for so we can learn and improve next week. Don't trade PL after the initial 30-minute open. Yep. Yeah, definitely, Isaiah. TTOs, easy money if we have a trend day. Jay said, don't let green go red. One of my problems, stick to the plan. 100%. Do not let green go red. My fifth rule, if you guys can see it, hope maybe not. Never let a winning position go red, ever. Once it hits the first target, you should not be going negative on that trade, period. I have consistently made my targets minus one today. I need to trail up to 40 points on YM instead of 50, so not to get wicked out or only take the first and maybe two TTO that shows. Yeah. Again, just keep it simple. These patterns will print week in, week out. We just got to be there to take it, right? Like yesterday, I ended red yesterday. That first chop, that first half of the day on YM, yeah, this mess. Oh, no, actually, that was Monday. Whoops. It was Thursday. So this mess right here, that thing got me red. I took one trade, ended red. And I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm leaving it alone. Granted, again, it did pop off in the afternoon, but it is what it is. I took the L gracefully. Tomorrow's another day. And today, the setups that I like to take appeared, and I ended green. Good to go. Definitely, Gandalf. That's how I am as well. Like, there's certain TTOs here that I would take and some that I wouldn't. Like this one right here, while that is a TTO, you get the push down and the reversal back up. I just don't like it, so I'm not going to take this one. I would prefer one like this one over here, or this one over here, or even on the 15-minute with the double inside bar. This one I like too. So I'm super picky because the market is going to show the same setups and it'll look exactly the same as other times. Sometimes more or less it's a little different, but I like to just stick with what I'm comfortable with. So definitely good to be picky in your trading. You don't need to take every trade because some are poor, some are good, and we want to avoid the poor ones and only take the best ones. And yeah, Isaiah, for me, hey, Abdog. Hey, so Isaiah, definitely it works for me to kick in the auto trail after 40 minutes. I mean, not 40 minutes, 40 points as opposed to 50, which works for me. Well, Abdal, you pretty much missed the entire session. You're going to have to catch the recording. Any other big takeaways? Anything else that you guys learned before we wrap up? Also, remember, for those in my group, we're going to have the class on rules tomorrow. So if you have a list of rules, please bring them so I can review them and we can go over them together. And I'll also go over mine, why they're important, how to create them, so on and so forth. We're going to have it, 6 p.m. tomorrow. So 6 p.m. Eastern, we are going to have the class. So please bring your rules so I can go over them and we can refine them together and make trading better for us. Hey, great work. 4 out of 4. Fantastic job. And remember, if you can't attend, I'm going to record it. I'll put it in the training channel, and we'll go from there. Other than that, as always, thank you guys for coming out. We're out of time. For those who are new here, we have this every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, so please bring your trades so I can review them. I've been seeing about 15 to 20 people attend, and we only get 3 people who participate. So please bring your trades. Please come prepared so I can help you. If not, we're just standing in silence awkwardly. Anyway, enjoy your Friday. Go watch a scary movie, get some popcorn, and I will see you guys on the internet. Good night. Oh, wait a minute. For whoever's still in here, I forgot something. Let's create the live session for Tuesday. All right. Live trading. What's Tuesday? The 17th. Live trading. We'll do futures and options. September 17. Yep. We're going to go live here. This is going to be education as always. We'll do trade recap series. No. We will let YouTube insert the roles. Live chat replay. So Tuesday, live trading, I'll be on at 9:15 a.m., 15 minutes before the market opens. So we'll probably run it until noon, so noon Eastern. So 12 noon Eastern. Sweet. All right. So something to note is if you guys want to be notified of it so you don't forget, when you go to my channel, go to, sometimes it'll show up on your feed as you're going through your YouTube videos. But if you want to notify yourself now, go to playlists, or actually no, go to live, and you're going to see here upcoming. You can just click on notify me, and it'll notify you when we're starting, and it'll give you reminders as we get closer. So I don't want to hear people talking about, oh, hey, you didn't tell me about it, or I forgot about it. Notify yourself, set an alarm, get structured. Other than that, thank you guys. I will talk to you later on. Good night. The Rush Hour? Oh, I got to watch that tomorrow. I love that movie. Anyway, good night, everybody. Bye.